Somewhere beyond the recesses of time and space, two podcasters are set adrift in a machine, picking up transmissions of movies that are forgotten but not gone.
Welcome to Movie Memory Machine, the only podcast about forgotten movies that asks, why was this forgotten, and should we remember it? We are your hosts, Truman Capps and Landon Solano. Truman, it's good to see you.
Landon, it's good to be seen, but under different circumstances, I think, than we're normally used to.
Yeah, we got an ominous notification after a software update from the machine.
Very relatable. Everybody hates getting ominous notifications after a software update.
And it says that we are heading into a dimensional rift, and we've been traveling for a long time now, and I'm a little concerned. What do you think it means, dimensional rift?
I mean, I think I skipped Dimensional Rift Day in school, so I don't have a lot of background knowledge about this. But I mean, all I can say based on our previous experience, we visited the streaming dimension to watch Damsel, and we spent some excruciating times in the spooky dimension where there's only horror movies. So
yeah,
I mean, hopefully not one of those two dimensions, because I think they're a little bit played out.
Well, let me open the instruction manual to the machine here and see if it says anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, there's nothing you like more than flipping the pages of an instruction manual right into the microphone.
Yeah, dimensional rift, dimensional rift.
You'd think it'd be right after that, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Would it be included in dimensions?
They didn't alphabetize the sections in the manual for the movie memory machine. It's all higgledy-piggledy. It's kind of just like you
yeah.
The section you're looking for finds you. That's the great joy of trying to figure out this machine.
It's weird. Instead of a page number, it's just some weird symbols that I can't decipher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they all kind of look like a third finger sticking up there. This machine was designed by an angry 13-year-old boy.
The dimensions. So what would you want to go to if you feel like those two that we went to were played out?
I mean, gosh, what dimension would I want to go to? I mean, the good movie dimension, that would be that's a layup right there. The
yes,
yeah, the really exciting, memorable good movie dimension. I think that would be fun. I don't know.
Is that a monkey's paw though? Because would it be sending you to like quote unquote good movies, but then we end up watching like Green Book because it was won an Oscar?
We watch Green Book, and we're watching The Greatest Show on Earth. We're watching Crash. Yeah, or is the good movie dimension? It's like all like Hallmark movies that are about good family values. So
I think they all star Matthew Good.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. I mean, off the top of my head, perhaps the David Byrne movie dimension, because that gives you Stop Making Sense and True Stories. And then has he made other movies, or do we just watch those two over and over?
They're not forgotten. You could do, in theory, the David Byrne dimension, but it's movies he's scored. He's done the soundtrack to, like Married to the Mob.
He did the soundtrack for Married to the Mob?
It's directed by Jonathan Demme. What are you going to do?
Well, what I'm going to do is question whether you're being for real right now. I guess everyone kind of forgot The Last Emperor, which I know does have a Oscar-winning score by David Byrne. So now, telling you in advance that you can't choose the horror movie dimension, what movie-oriented dimension would you want to go to? Maybe I can think of a better answer for myself while you're talking.
Well, if you're restricting me from the horror movie dimension,
I am.
Then my answer is going to be the same of the spooky dimension, because technically they're different.
Damn it. You found a loophole, you weasel. I hate that.
No, there's a package on Criterion Channel right now that I was like, oh, that's an interesting collection of movies. It's called Rock Biopics That Don't Suck.
Oh, they're all biopics about The Rock, star of The Rundown. It's really basically just a highbrow
Oh
version of
no,
the TV series Young Rock, right?
my my personal hell.
I okay, so but like what so rock biopics that don't suck. I guess like what's a rock biopic that's well, okay, I guess there are so many rock biopics that
Everyone.
do suck. Yeah, I know. I mean,
Okay,
rock
yeah.
biopics that don't start with the main character remembering his entire life before a show.
Standing on the wings, about to go out on stage.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of the time that I was a child growing up in poverty with an abusive parent. Yes, this is getting me in the zone. Every time before Landon and I start podcasting, I have to reflect on every bad thing that happened to me growing up in Oregon.
They do a biopic of you every time we do an episode.
I know, and there's a section on Criterion Channel called Truman Caps biopics that don't suck, and it's empty. You
Oh
know what?
gosh. Mm-hmm.
That reminds me though. I think you know what? I want to go to the friendly muscle boy movie dimension.
Oh,
You know, because
okay.
that's
Yeah. Something you've
what.
discovered about yourself in the last year?
Yeah, something I have discovered about myself is that I like a movie centered around a friendly, gentle muscle boy who fights for good and nice things. And there's got to be more of those out there. Serve me up some more of those, machines. Send me to that dimension.
Yeah. There. Well, yeah. Especially with action films, then you're getting into like, is this forgotten? Because it's at least modern stuff is so built for streaming services that it
Yeah.
becomes like Scott Atkins. He does a lot of action films now. He's one of the like
Who?
big action stars.
Never
It's
heard
like,
of him.
yeah, yeah, I know. But he's worked with literally everybody. He was a stunt guy. He stars. He's like a stunt guy in big films, and then he's a lead actor in his own like world of cinema.
When you say his own world of cinema, is he directing his own action movies? Is he an
Sometimes,
auteur, Landon?
uh, it's not for me to say or bestow that title upon a person.
I want to go to the auteur dimension where all the movies were written and directed by and produced by and star one person just to watch you sweat. Just have it thrown in your face.
So just a batch of films by Ben Affleck.
Yeah, basically. And hey, we can throw Citizen Kane in there too. Get
Okay.
just to kind of balance the whole thing out.
Yeah, not forgotten, but whatever.
I don't know. I think you can probably find a lot of youths today who have never heard about it. You ask them what Rosebud was, and they're like, "What?"
What's a dimension you do not want to go to?
I mean, a dimension I don't want to go to. Well, I mean, obviously the projectile vomiting scenes.
Yeah.
Dimension.
Stay away from Problem Child 2.
Yeah. Oh, is that a thing in Problem? Is that what the child's problem is?
It's probably the only memorable thing about that movie.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So we also won't see Zone of Sadness. Wait, Triangle of Sadness, Zone of Interest.
That's right.
Yeah.
Two very different experiences.
I don't know. That's it for me. You got like what are you hoping to avoid? What's your?
Oh, yeah. I think we've already uncovered my triggers. The white savior dimension.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to avoid that one. So no blindside stuff.
Yeah. You don't want to go to the professional rowing team dimension.
I mean, I don't want to go to George Clooney director dimension. That's for sure.
Yeah, that would be bad. Confessions of a Dangerous Podcaster is you don't want to see any more of that.
Though, can we just like? I know I got kind of like uppity about the Dream Team, but I was on really good behavior for most of season 2.
Yeah, no, you were. I will also tell you though, to my for better or for worse, my father has started listening to select episodes of the podcast, and he was, I think, I wouldn't say that he liked The Boys in the Boat as a movie, but he was like, wow, I didn't think it was as bad as Landon thought it was. So, I mean,
I realize I bring my own therapy to it.
We're all learning, we're all growing. My dad has also been like, wow, you talk about liking muscle boys a lot, Truman. I hope you enjoy getting married to a woman soon. I hope there's nothing you want to tell me. So it's like my dad he's really our ombudsman now.
Ah, okay, all right. Well, hey, look, the printer button is flashing.
Oh, great! An excuse to not keep talking about my dad. Should I push this button?
I don't know. Should we?
I could just look at the blinking button for a minute. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not good
that's nice.
audio. I mean, listeners, trust us that our button is flashing like crazy.
All right, go ahead and hit it.
All right.
All right, what does it say? I'm nervous after last time.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Good news. It's not a software update. It's
Okay.
more cryptic bullshit from the machine, but I think it's telling us what dimension we're heading to at long last.
No. Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Criminals who think they're businessmen, gentlemen
Okay.
who behave like criminals, inherited privilege, underground empires, and
This sounds
bare-knuckle
promising.
boxing.
Oh no.
Your next dimension is the Guy Ritchie Dimension. Damn it!
You know, I don't know why I got my hopes up. It literally said where we were going at the end of season 2.
Yeah, but that was so long ago. That was literally 10 million years ago that we recorded the end of season 2.
True.
Our listeners have us in their feed, and they're like, who are these two strangers? They left to get a pack of cigarettes years ago and walked out of my life forever.
Well, my main question is, we're going to a dimension, which means multiple Guy Ritchie movies. That doesn't, bode well for my confidence. But how many do you think we're going to be doing?
I don't know. I mean, how many Guy Ritchie movies are there? No one even knows.
I mean, you discover more the longer he lives.
His movies are like asexually reproducing. They just like pop more movies. It's like you chop the head off a Hydra and another Guy Ritchie movie pops out of there.
Well, the button's flashing again, so let's see maybe what it says.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I'm nervous.
Your first film is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Oh yeah, he made that.
Okay.
That was a movie that came out a few years ago. I think I remember seeing that.
I'm not mad at that one. I'm not mad considering where we came from with Operation Fortune and Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yeah. I mean, I would still say that Ungentlemanly Warfare, like, light years ahead of Operation Fortune. So if this continues on that trajectory, we may be in for some good eating.
Well, careful with your phrasing, because I was just about to ask you how you feel about Armie Hammer.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I feel like I have to be very careful to separate my thoughts about his charismatic performances in a movie from my feelings about how he conducts himself in his personal life.
Yeah. All right, Man from U.N.C.L.E. I mean, we're really going to be leaning into our James Bond bullshit on that one.
I mean, I've been leaning into James Bond bullshit since I was a kid. That's one of the things that I think about before I podcast every time. Is the week in middle school when I came home every day and watched The Living Daylights 5 days in a row for some reason.
Is that your entire experience with it? Like that and GoldenEye, right? Like
the game in the movie.
I think early on in our podcasting, I had inflated my idea of your dedication to James Bond.
I mean, I liked a lot of the movies. Like, Goldfinger was my first favorite movie, which, and I I watched a lot of them. There was just a period of time when I had rented The Living Daylights from the video store, and I had it for 5 days, and I was like, by gum, I'm going to watch The Living Daylights every day after school.
Watch The Living Daylights out of The Living Daylights.
Exactly. Every day I'd get off the bus and be like, Timothy Dalton, take me away.
All right. Well, the printer is flashing again. I'm a little nervous, but go ahead.
Anything to stop talking about Timothy Dalton. Let's hit it.
All right. Oh. Okay.
What? Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know how I feel about this one. Well. Okay.
Well, read it to the people at home. They don't subscribe to the podcast to hear you just kind of like murmur about something that you read on a piece of paper. They need to hear it in order to have the context for what our discussion is. Landon forgot how to podcast between dimensions. This is generally why most successful podcasts don't take months off in between seasons.
Swept Away from 2002.
Swept Away. That's a Guy Ritchie movie?
Yeah, that was his, step away, get it? From
one of the words
Snatch
from the
in
title,
the criminal underground world.
Wait.
That's his Madonna one, yeah.
Oh, who he was married to at the time, right?
I believe so. I would need to
Okay.
check my facts.
Okay.
Guy Ritchie's married life is not something that is easy to recall in my brain.
I imagine we will probably have a lot of thoughts about it as we get going. Okay,
Oh.
Swept Away. I don't remember.
Here's my reaction to it: is it's notorious for being one of the worst films ever, and like almost ended his career. But like, there's enough. I've always been fascinated about the just general concept that this movie exists. So
Mhm.
I'm not looking forward to seeing it, but I am kind of like morbidly curious.
Yeah, well, and look, I think that the reason there are so many bad movie podcasts is because you tend to get really good content out of watching a really bad movie and talking about it. And where we sometimes run into trouble is when we get a really ambiguous movie that we don't know how we feel about it. So if nothing else, I mean, that sets us up for the highest form of podcasting, which is two guys taking shots at an unequivocally bad movie.
That's true. Let's make a pact now to not go for the low hanging fruit, the coconuts that are on the ground, because I
Uh,
feel like people just want to bash Madonna's acting career.
Look, I mean, I don't, I'm not out here to take Madonna down at all. I live way too close to West Hollywood to put myself in that kind of danger.
Yeah, she has a song about that. It's called Hollywood.
Oh, what's sort of, I mean, there's a different. You got to take a bus, but whatever, it's fine.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. The button is flashing again. That
the,
means
that means the button is tired of that particular riff that we were doing.
well, I was noticing it and like, okay, well that's 3. That's where if it's maybe it's saying it's the end. Maybe we only have to do 2. Maybe if we don't press it, we don't have to do any.
Yeah, Landon, you've tried this before and
I
it didn't
know.
work out well. Don't try to outsmart the machine. We can't outsmart our way out of a paper
Alright.
bag.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, okay. I guess I should have seen this one coming. Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows.
The one from 2011.
Yes, I knew that he made a Sherlock Holmes movie, and I was aware that he'd made a sequel. This is weird because it feels like this is like, I feel like this isn't like forgotten because I think everyone remembers there was a sequel, but I just think, I mean, do you remember what the sequel's about?
I kinda do, ish, maybe.
Is this the one that's all just shadow puppets? They ran out of money,
The whole
and so
thing is just in dark for some reason.
Yeah,
and they're playing like Yahtzee or something. I can't remember. It was a sensory experience.
Yeah, and it's just like it's just a dog. It's going like arf arf, Yahtzee. And I'm not even going to try and do Guy Ritchie doing a British dog because that would that would set me up for failure.
Yeah, I have seen it. I don't remember a thing about it. And interesting, it'll be our first sequel.
Oh, it's weird that it's taken us that long.
Yeah, it's like a special brand of forgotten movie.
Yeah, it's its own. It's a genre unto itself. The forgotten sequel.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that one.
Okay.
I remember enjoying the first Sherlock quite a bit, and I remember almost nothing of the second one. So
okay, so it's one you've seen and one that you forgot right away. Prime criteria for this podcast.
What's your? Well, I guess we'll wait for the episode to ask what your experience with Sherlock is. But
yeah, I mean that's typically how we do the episodes. As we
are you? Then. But we just talked about James Bond. Are you excited for like a Sherlock? We haven't even had a mystery movie yet. We've done a lot of con person stories, but
the 13th Floor is kind of a mystery.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, and I mean, and Reminiscence, kind of a mystery.
Oh,
the mystery of why did the pretty lady ghost me? I'm gonna fuck my whole life up over that. This is the saddest thing happening in the apocalypse.
Oh man.
Oh look, there's the light again. It doesn't want us to talk about Reminiscence anymore. Even the machine is ashamed of giving us that one.
All right. It says 2019's The Gentleman. Wasn't that straight to streaming?
Wait. No. Maybe. I think there's a TV show called The Gentleman, which maybe is the same thing. Is it?
Why do I feel like it's a streaming movie?
I don't know. Well, I mean, Guy Ritchie movies tend to, especially his later ones, have a certain streamery, like
Fair.
the Guy Ritchie dimension might be located near the streaming dimension, because like some of it bleeds over the later you get.
Yeah, but 2019 McConaughey, he's not doing streaming.
Then I mean, well, and also like unless we're in the streaming dimension, we don't get streamers. So the fact that this is being served to us,
do we know
means
that now?
it's
nothing means anything anymore.
I think they did a TV show of this movie that is on streaming, but I don't think
I know
it has
they
any
did.
of the same
Yeah,
characters. Yeah, but
I
like
just assumed it was a spin-off of a streamer, but who cares? The Gentleman.
You know what pisses me off about this already with this movie is that all
What?
the other ones, I get some sense from the title of what it is. Like The Man from U.N.C.L.E, okay, that there is something there. Swept Away, that's like there's a concept there at least. The Gentleman, it's so vague.
Yeah, well, and I remember being irritated with this as well when it came out because Guy Ritchie's producing partner Matthew Vaughn went on to do the Golden Circle. What the fuck is the name of that?
Oh, the
series?
Kingsmen. Yeah.
The Kingsmen. And this movie came out right at the same time as The King's Man, not The King's Men.
Mm-hmm.
And so Guy Ritchie, Matthew Vaughn, so confusing.
The only gentlemen that I want to see are big muscle boys who are really nice to people and have good manners.
Truman's dad, write in. Let us know.
Maybe I appreciate manners, Dad. Maybe because I was well brought up. Maybe that's what my thing is. God, what a move! Also, if my dad then has stopped listening to the podcast at this point, so I'm putting all of these messages in here, and he's just like, "Nope, didn't listen. I had better stuff to do."
You're looking for a man who puts the man in manners.
That's true. That's true. And my search will continue for much of my life. Where have all the good men gone? You know, and where are all the gods?
Oh my God. Well, The Gentleman, I don't know really anything about it. So I'll be curious going into it. It's later day Guy Ritchie, but before Operation Fortune. So it's a weird period.
It seems like the later in Guy Ritchie's career you go, the more his movies are just sort of sketches. It's like, this one's about gentlemen? Why not? Right?
Yeah, he's not like Picasso, just doodling something on a napkin and throwing it away.
Yeah, no, he's not like Picasso, who was an incredibly gifted artist in all of other artistic styles and then decided to do cubism simply because he had tried everything else.
Right. All right. Well, it looks like the button, well, it's not flashing anymore.
We don't have to comment every time the button isn't flashing. That would become most
I'm
of
just
the
saying,
podcast.
I
Lots
think
of buttons aren't flashing right now.
I think it's done is what my point being is. So that's 4 films we have to cover.
4 films. So what that means is that during our foray into the Guy Ritchie dimension, we're going to be covering The Man from U.N.C.L.E. We're going to be covering Swept Away. We're going to be covering Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows, and we're going to be covering The Gentleman.
Oh, Truman, I just got really exhausted thinking about that much Guy Ritchie ahead of us.
Landon, now is the wrong time to be exhausted because you have so much
man.
Ritchie ahead of you. Week after week, Guy Ritchie film after Guy Ritchie film, 4 dang Guy Ritchie movies all month long here in the Guy Ritchie dimension. Do you want to just let's just fucking slam a pint, dude. Let's just do it. Let's just get a cricket bat and go rough some people up,
No.
Let's
That's what Guy Ritchie wants from us. I'm going to go read a book. I'm going to go just sit down in a quiet room and read a book.
I'm going to get into a red telephone box.
I'm going to sit down. I'm not even going to read The Odyssey. I'm not going to read some book that Guy Ritchie. I'm going to go sit down and read some Jane Austen, I think, in a quiet room with a cup of tea. No, not tea. He's British.
Yeah, and so is Jane Austen. She's from the same fucking country as Guy Ritchie. You can't escape him, Landon. He's gotten his claws in you already.
Are the Bronte sisters?
I don't know, man. The listeners to this are idiots like me. They just want us to talk about movies, not the Bronte sisters. I'm sorry, listeners. I'm sorry I compared you to me. You're all very brilliant.
All right. Well, let us just come back here next week for The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Okay, I'm reinvesting myself. The
Yeah.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. That sounds
Yeah.
kind of fun.
Yeah.
Maybe this will turn out differently than I hope.
We'll get in a black English taxi cab and we'll just whisk ourselves off to next week's episode. I think it's going to be great.
I like the TV show, so there we go. All right, so until then, for Truman Caps, I have been Landon Solano.
And for Landon Solano, I've been Truman Caps Governor. We'll see you in the Guy Ritchie Dimension. Come on, it's going to be fun.
Whoa!
Movie Memory Machine is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/gruntworkpod to keep the machine running. Theme song by Porky's Groove Machine. Rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. For more information on today's show, visit MovieMemoryMachine.com.